Everyone is welcome to the video brought by our channel. We remind you with love, you can subscribe us to watch the latest videos that we upload. And don't forget to click the bell icon. So let's go to the video. The Addams Family is a group of fictional characters created by American cartoonist Charles Addams. These characters include Gomez, Morticia, Uncle Fester, Lurch, Grandmama, Wednesday, and Pugsley. The Addams Family is known for their unconventional and bizarre lifestyle. They are a wealthy and eccentric family who take pleasure in all things macabre and are unaware that other people find them strange or frightening. The family was originally introduced in a series of single-panel cartoons that were published in the New Yorker magazine between 1938 and the artist's death in 1988. Since then, they have been adapted into various forms of media, such as television shows both live-action and animated, movies, video games, and a musical. Charles Addams's original cartoons were single-panel jokes that did not feature developed characters or names. They were later fleshed out and given names in subsequent versions. The Addams Family, as depicted in Charles Addams's cartoons and later media adaptations, is a close-knit family with distinct personalities. Gomez is enthusiastic, while Pugsley shares his energy. Morticia is even-tempered and wry, with a dry wit that can sometimes be deadly. Grandma Frump is good-natured but easily swayed. Wednesday, Morticia's daughter, takes after her mother in disposition. Morticia is the head of the family, but each member is a distinct character in their own right, with the exception of Grandma, who is the weakest link and often causes problems for the family. Despite the chaos that surrounds them, the Addamses take pride in their home, which is always in a state of disrepair, but with every trapdoor well maintained. Money is not an issue for them. Did you know that the Addams family we know and love is just one branch of the larger Addams clan? There are apparently many other Addams families all over the world. And have you heard their family motto? It's Sic gorgimus a los subjectatos nunc, which I believe, is supposed to be pseudo-Latin for we gladly feast on those who would subdue us. Pretty creepy, right? Anyway, I read that Charles Addams was actually inspired to create the family by his hometown of Westfield, New Jersey. It's known for its beautiful Victorian mansions and old cemeteries, which probably added to the Gothic atmosphere of the Addams family. The Addams family lives in a gloomy mansion, next to a cemetery and a swamp. In the series The New Addams Family, the address was changed to 1313 Cemetery Lane. In the Addams Family musical, which premiered in Chicago in 2009, the mansion is situated in Central Park. Despite their love for all things dark and twisted, the Addams family is not evil. They are a close-knit, loving family who care for each other deeply. Morticia is a devoted mother, and she and Gomez have a strong, passionate relationship. She affectionately calls him Bubel, and he shows his love for her by kissing her arms. Morticia can also evoke this response by speaking a few words in French. It doesn't matter what she says, just the sound of the language seems to be enough. The Addams parents are supportive of their children and are generally welcoming and hospitable to visitors, even if those visitors are horrified by their unconventional lifestyle. They are also known to be generous, sometimes donating large sums of money to worthy causes. Let's talk about Addams family characters. Gomez Addams. Gomez Addams is the head of the Addams family and the husband of Morticia. He has two children, Wednesday and Pugsley. In the 1960s sitcom, he was portrayed as Grandmama's son, but this was changed in the 1991 film to make him Grandmama's son-in-law, which is more in line with the original comics. The films also portray Gomez as the younger brother of Fester, rather than Fester being his nephew-in-law as originally depicted. In the original New Yorker cartoons, Gomez is depicted as having a round face, a short nose, and a receding chin. Gomez was portrayed as a loving and devoted husband to Morticia and a caring father to his children in the 1960s television series. He was also depicted as a wealthy and successful businessman, but with a quirky and playful personality. He was shown to be quite athletic and skilled in various forms of combat, such as fencing with foils, and had a seemingly endless supply of energy and enthusiasm for life. Despite his eccentricities, Gomez was a kind and peaceful man who deeply cared for his family and always put their needs above his own. Yes, Gomez was deeply in love with his wife Morticia and often professed his love for her in romantic and grand gestures. Despite his lack of success as a lawyer, he seemed to take pride in his unconventional approach to the profession and was happy to have been voted least likely to pass the bar by his classmates. It seems that for Gomez, the joy and fulfillment he found in his family and personal pursuits were more important to him than professional success. Yes, Gomez was depicted as being very wealthy, but he didn't seem to be particularly concerned with money and often engaged in unusual or risky investments, such as buying swamp land or investing in odd schemes. He seemed to enjoy the thrill of the gamble and was happy to take risks, even if it meant potentially losing money. However, his unconventional approach to investments sometimes paid off in unexpected ways, such as when he discovered that the swamp land he had purchased had oil under it. Despite his love of taking risks and his macabre sense of humor, Gomez was a generous and kind-hearted person who was always willing to help his friends and those in need. Gomez Addams is a character of Castilian Spanish descent and is known for his love of smoking cigars and playing with his model trains. The name Gomez was chosen by Charles Addams, the creator of the Addams Family, because he felt that the character had a bit of Spanish heritage. Addams initially had trouble deciding whether Gomez should be Spanish or Italian, and considered naming him Repelli if he were Italian. However, he ultimately decided on Gomez and left the choice of first name up to actor John Astin, who played the character in the television series. Gomez is often depicted wearing old-fashioned, conservative business attire such as pinstripe suits and spats. Morticia Addams is the matriarch of the Addams family and is known for her slim build, pale skin, and signature black hobble gown with octopus-like tendrils at the hem. She is deeply in love with her husband Gomez and the two have a strong and affectionate relationship. Some sources have suggested that Morticia may be a vampire, although this has not been confirmed. According to Wednesday, Morticia uses baking powder as a substitute for makeup. She is also fluent in multiple languages, including French, and often uses this skill to seduce her husband Gomez. In addition to her linguistic abilities, Morticia is musically talented and is often seen playing the shamisen. She has a number of peculiar hobbies, including cutting the buds off of roses and leaving only the stems, and feeding her carnivorous plant, Cleopatra. Morticia values tradition and expects her family to uphold the Addams way of life. She is sometimes surprised when a member of the family does something pleasant, as this goes against the family's unusual and gothic tendencies. Pugsley and Wednesday. Gomez and Morticia have two children, a son named Pugsley and a daughter named Wednesday. Wednesday's name is derived from the phrase Wednesday's child is full of woe, from the poem Monday's child. In the television series, Wednesday is portrayed as a sweet and innocent child who is fascinated by her pet spiders. She is also known for playing with her guillotine Marie Antoinette doll, which was given to her by her brother Pugsley. In the movies, Wednesday is depicted as having a more serious and mature personality, with a deadpan wit and a fascination with trying to harm or possibly even kill her brother Pugsley. Despite her attempts, Pugsley always seems to survive due to his seemingly inhuman resilience. In the television series and original New Yorker cartoons, Pugsley is depicted as a mischievous and sometimes malevolent child who is oblivious to the harm that his sister Wednesday tries to inflict on him. He views her attempts as fun and games and is often an enthusiastic participant. In the television series, Pugsley is portrayed as a devoted older brother and a mechanical genius. However, in the movies, he is depicted as being less intelligent and independent, and becomes more of a sidekick to Wednesday, cheerfully helping her in her mischievous deeds. In the animated series, Wednesday is depicted as a happy and somewhat optimistic child, while still retaining her sophisticated manner from the movies. Pugsley, on the other hand, is portrayed as a genius in chemistry and machines, particularly in the use of explosives. However, his intelligence is sometimes depicted as being undeveloped or inconsistent. In the television series and movies, the Addams children are either home-taught or attend the local elementary school. In the first movie, Wednesday is depicted as being an excellent student, while in the second movie, the children are on summer vacation from school. In the stage musical, Wednesday is aged to about 18 years old, while Pugsley remains a young child. It is not specified how the children are educated in the stage musical. Uncle Fester. Fester is a character in the Addams Family media franchise. He is a bald, barrel-shaped man with dark, sunken eyes and a devilish grin. In the original television series, Fester is depicted as Morticia's uncle. However, in the 1991 film and all subsequent animated and film media, Fester is portrayed as Gomez's older brother. Fester is known for his ability to illuminate a light bulb by sticking it in his mouth, as if he carries an electrical charge. He plays a central role in both of the first two feature films, The Addams Family and The Addams Family Values. In the first film, Fester is reunited with the other Addams family members after 25 years apart, while the second film focuses on his relationship with Debbie Jelinski. Grandmama. Grandmama is a character in the Addams Family media franchise. She is the mother of Gomez and is depicted as a witch who practices magic and deals in potions, spells, hexes, and fortune-telling. Grandmama is known for her shawl and frizzy gray hair. In the 2010 Broadway musical version of The Addams Family, the character's origins are playfully acknowledged as being somewhat inconsistent. In one scene, both Morticia and Gomez reveal that they believe Grandmama to be the other's mother. Grandmama is also revealed to have a ghost son named Eduardo, who is not well known to others. Thing is a character in the Addams Family media franchise. He is a disembodied hand that has been friends with Gomez since childhood. Thing appears out of boxes or other containers throughout the Addams household and communicates with the family using a Morse code-like alphabet, sign language, writing, and knocking on wood. In the movies and the new Addams Family television series, Thing is depicted as a fully mobile hand that is cleanly severed just below the wrist, although no muscle or bone is exposed. Thing has his own living quarters, which are either an upstairs closet made up as a miniature house or a cigar box. In the original television series, Thing was played by actor Ted Cassidy, who also played the character Lurch. Thing is usually depicted as a right hand, but Cassidy occasionally used his left hand for the role just to see if anyone noticed. And quote. Lady Fingers. Lady Fingers is a character who appears in 3 episodes of the Addams Family. Like the character Thing, Lady Fingers is a hand that lives inside a box. Lady Fingers is more delicate and is sometimes depicted with long red fingernails. Lurch. The Addams Family, a group known for their unconventional ways and love for all things dark and spooky, had a tall, ghoulish manservant named Lurch. Lurch was a skilled jack of all trades, and could often be found helping out around the mansion, despite his tendency to botch tasks due to his great size and strength. Despite this, the Addams family considered him to be a valuable member of their household, especially for his ability to perform more personal tasks like waxing Uncle Fester's head and entertaining the children. In his spare time, Lurch enjoyed playing musical instruments like the harpsichord and organ with great skill and enthusiasm, much to the surprise of those who only saw his gravelly voiced and shambling exterior. Lurch's origins were somewhat mysterious. In the film Addams Family Reunion, Gomez stated that Lurch was not actually a member of the Addams family, to which Morticia replied that Lurch had pieces of many families and possessed the heart of an Addams. Lurch also displayed a level of invincibility in the film Addams Family Values, when a cannonball was dropped on his head from the top of the mansion, causing no harm. In the original comics, Lurch did not speak, but in the 1960s TV series, he was given the ability to speak after actor Ted Cassidy ad-libbed the line "You rang?" during a rehearsal. This line became so popular that it was kept in the show, and Lurch became a speaking character. In the theatrical movies, however, Lurch did not speak, communicating only through grunts, sighs, and gestures. The new Addams Family series returned to the original sitcom style, with Lurch once again speaking and responding to the call of the noose-shaped rope. In this series, Lurch also seemed to be a bit more polite than in previous incarnations. Cousinette is a character in the Addams Family TV series and movies. He is a short-statured being with long hair that covers his entire body. He speaks in a high-pitched, nonsensical language that only the Addams family can understand. In the second animated series, it is revealed to be a super spy working for the US government. He falls in love with Margaret Alford and marries her after her husband, Tully, is disposed of by the Addams children. The couple has a child named What, named after the obstetrician's reaction upon seeing the baby. Pets. In the Addams Family TV series and movies, there are numerous references to strange and unconventional creatures such as hawks, bats, and alligators. These creatures are often mentioned or appear in the show, and have become a consistent part of the Addams family's bizarre and unique world. Some of these creatures, such as the family's pet alligator and the bats that live in their mansion, are more prominent and appear more frequently than others. Regardless, they all contribute to the strange and quirky atmosphere of the Addams family's world. The family has a variety of strange and unconventional pets. These include a lion named Kitty Cat, an octopus named Aristotle, a collection of spiders with one named Homer, a pair of piranha named Tristan and Isolde, a vulture named Zelda, and a carnivorous plant named Cleopatra. In the musical adaptation of the Addams Family, the family also has a pet giant squid named Bernice who lives in the sewers beneath their house. Despite the unusual nature of these pets, the Addams family treats them as they would any other household pets, and seems to have a deep affection for them. Okay, we think you learned a little about the Addams family today, so we hope to continue bringing videos like this. Your support is very important to us for that. Be sure to comment with your thoughts below. If the video is good, then like this video. Finally, don't forget to subscribe our channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon to be notified of our latest videos. Thank you for watching this video and have a nice day.